Hey everybody, it's Michelle, and today I wanted to talk about exercise and activity, a little bit of body image too. I actually went to the gym today, and I haven't been in a while. I haven't been consistent over the holidays. I've been letting my busy schedule get in the way, as well as not feeling too hot physically in terms of, the aches and pains. I have a back injury, and I'll admit, I sometimes use that as an excuse. And then sometimes the energy isn't there. But, I recently, as of today, I started going back, and I decided to, normally I just do cardio because I've been playing it safe. I didn't want to push myself. Every time I do a little extra, I end up regretting it, or it takes me, of course I'm not in my 20s anymore, so it takes me a lot longer to recover my body, and I'm also nursing a little bit of I guess like a pulled muscle in my chest. I don't know how I really did that, other than because my lifestyle is so crazy. No, I think it was like groceries or pulling something or carrying something, and I must have pulled, or even sleeping a certain way, because I do toss and turn a lot. But I went back to the gym. I decided, because my date for IVF is March 5th, and everything goes well, that would lead to a pregnancy, and then I'd really have to be, on my game in terms of staying active. So I wanted to, I guess better late than never. So I did a little bit of weights today. I did a small warm-up, 5 to 10 minutes on the treadmill, and then I went ahead and did some more machine work because of my injury, that I know I'm safer, and I can really, control the weight up and down within the movement. So I did that. I did a little bit of legs, I did a little bit of upper body, just to, for me, when I do weights, I don't rest a lot in between sets. So for example, I did 3 sets of 10 reps, and I would say no more than 30 seconds in between each set, to keep my little heart rate going. And since for me that I'm bigger, I get hotter quicker, and I seem to sweat a little bit more by doing weights than when I do cardio, because I'm usually doing steady state. So I did that today, and I did about, I would say 35 to 40 minutes total, and it felt really good. I didn't overdo it. I did some free weights. I think the heaviest was 10 pounds. The machines were anywhere from 35 to 50 pounds. And I did a leg press, as if you guys are so excited about hearing this, but just to give you an idea, I did a leg press machine. I did 2 45 plates. That's the heaviest I went, because I know my legs can handle a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, my body, you can't totally tell, but my upper body is a lot heavier than my lower body. My lower body is a lot stronger as well. I have bigger leg muscles, but they're, not as much fat as I have around my stomach. So I have like a mixed kind of shape, the football shoulders with the apple shape, and then smaller legs. So that's kind of what I'm working with. But prior to hitting the gym today, and my goal is to hit twice, 1 to 2 times a week weights. I walk my dog daily about 4 to 5 times, and that's at 15 minutes each time, 15 to 20. Yeah, he likes a lot of walks. And I'm gonna I'm going to incorporate yoga into my routine, because I'm not as limber, and I tighten up very easily. This will also help me with my balance and my strength, because some people think yoga is just sitting there or lying down, meditating, breathing, but some of it can be pretty intense, as some of you might know already. So especially when you're a bigger size, you have a lot more to carry and to hold. So I do my best to go through yoga. I sometimes wear like a little belt around my belly to help me with my back, and I modify my poses. So if somebody's doing an intense, I don't know, you know, there's like warrior pose or something, the downward dog for example, I sometimes can't fully extend because of my back, so I have to kind of maybe modify it or get out of the pose a lot quicker. I just do what my body can, and I let the instructor know where I'm at so they don't push me beyond my limit so that I don't get injured. So that's something to be mindful if you're going into. So the point I want to get to is if you're going to start working out, or if you've already worked out and you notice injuries or limitations, you know, definitely work with them. Don't let them keep you from moving forward, but also don't overdo it. Don't, you know, I'm not in my 20s, I'm not in college anymore, and I can't do what I used to do. I can't lift heavy like I like to. So I have to modify and I have to compromise. And it's been hard. It messes with my head, don't get me wrong. But that doesn't mean I'm not moving forward and I'm not being successful in a different way. So I hope that you can take that for yourself in your experience. You know, learn to listen to your body, modify where you can, change different positions, if you can't do, for example, if you're the type of lady or guy who likes to do free weights and do something a little heavier, but you can't, machines are always there for you. There's Pilates, there's yoga, Pilates mat, Pilates machine, reformer. What else is there? There's walking, swimming. I used to swim a lot when I was younger, so I'm not as into it as I used to be, but that is also a great way, especially if you've got a little extra weight, or, you know, again, with injury. Take it easy, learn to push where you can, and realize that you need to, you know, I was talking with somebody else about this, that, you know, as we get older, it just takes longer to recover. So do that as well. Take the time to recover. And you hear a lot about protein in weight training at 30 minutes to an hour after exercising. But that also can also work for cardio as well. After cardio, make sure you drink plenty of water, have a little bit of protein, and keep your body fueling, running. You know, the more muscle we create, maintain, the faster our fat starts to burn. You know, there's all these different thoughts out there, and you can get a lot of information about that, so I won't go too deep into it, but that's kind of why I started doing weights again. And it's, to be honest, it's something I enjoy. I enjoy bodybuilding. I enjoy it as a sport to do myself when I can, and I also enjoy it as a fan. So, you know, when in doubt, if you can't do a lot of exercise, just walk. And that's gotten me, you know, I've been doing that for a while now, and that's gotten me enough. I started getting more confidence, and I started getting more energy, and that was it. Led me back into the gym. So, just my story, and I hope it helps you in your journey. The other thing I wanted to mention is I recently, in January, because that's when I got my IVF date, to take my vitamins, my prenatals. That has been very helpful in my energy increase. You know, I'm also taking care of myself diet-wise, and that's helping. And maybe another video I'll go a little bit more into detail about that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was body image. So I am already quite a large size, and this is prior to getting pregnant. So I can only imagine how much bigger I will get as I get pregnant. The plan is, and this is going to be hard, not to go past I believe they recommend not to go past 10-15 pounds at my current weight, BMI, body mass index. So, and maybe I'll share with you a little bit more later. I'm not ready yet. I have recently lost some weight, but I'm still pretty up there. So, what was I trying to say? So yeah, you know, I'm kind of used to being big already. For those of you who are a lot smaller, little tiny minis, you know, I hear this from other women that they deal with body image in a different way because they're not. Those of you that are smaller, you're not maybe used. I mean, a lot of women, whether they're small or large, go through different body image issues. But, you know, when you get pregnant, you put on a lot more size. Some women put up to 40 pounds, maybe 50. That's a little bit more extreme, but, you know, it depends on every person. But you hear about, I don't feel comfortable in my body, I don't look good. A lot of women are preoccupied with how they look. And just because I'm larger right now doesn't mean I'm gonna be okay with being even larger. But I've experienced it a little bit, so it's gonna be hard sometimes, but just try to stay positive. A little pep talk. Just try to stay positive. I use YouTube videos from other women. I especially like looking at athletes and how they live their lives, and it helps me, no matter if they're small or large, or bodybuilders or powerlifters, or tennis. I mean, any sport. I'm really into it, and I enjoy looking and kind of peeking into how they live their life and what kind of helps them move forward. So I recommend, you know, sometimes I'll put a YouTube video on in the background while I'm doing stuff at home, in the morning, in the afternoon when I need to pick me up. I also use social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat is a great one. You know, there's a lot of new yoga, I call them like yoga stars. They're on the plus, I hate that word, plus size. They're larger than your average yoga instructor, I guess what we consider your typical yoga instructor. And they're kind of taking over social media, and it's really nice to see these larger bodied women being very flexible, doing headstands, moving around. One of them is Dianne Bondy. She's actually pretty cool. I think she was in a Gaiam commercial. There's another called Nola Trees, I believe, and she's on Instagram. They all have amazing followers, and the content is really nice because it's inspiring, and it's not necessarily related to pregnancy, but it's related to body image, confidence, self-esteem, all that. So I hope some of this maybe helps you in your journey. These are some of the things that I use for my journey, and like I've said, I don't know if I've said this before, but I mean, I honestly have no clue how I'm gonna feel, how I'm gonna be during pregnancy, and all I can do is hope and pray and do my my due diligence and research stuff, and hopefully be prepared. And of course I'm never going to be prepared for that, but at least I can know that when I hit a roadblock, there's a solution, there's help, there's advice, there's support. So now I'm starting to ramble. Excuse me, I just had lunch. But yeah, so today was more about exercise, body image, and the next video I think I'll do a little bit more on food and where I'm at, and maybe that can be of some support or a nice resource for you. Who knows? Anyways, have a good day, have a good rest of your week, and I hope you're doing well. Alright, bye-bye.